Hey guys, let's go to problem 26. All right, so 26 does involve absolute valued expressions. So we need to find some, we need to find the minimum value, but it's been given to us already. So how do we sketch this graph, and how do we, how do we solve this? Well, here's what's going to happen. All right. So we got absolute value of x minus 1, and we're adding up with absolute value of x minus 3, and it has the minimum value already when x is in between certain intervals, such that the minimum value is going to be 2 for sure. Okay. So how do I sketch this? How do I figure it out? And we just need to find out what happens, especially when x is smaller than 1, x is in between 1 and 3, and x is greater than 3. All right, so case number 1. This is going to be pure casework. So I would say this would be just casework, and it won't be that crazy hard. All right, so here's number 1, step 1. So what do we try? We try that x is going to be smaller than 1. So if x is smaller than 1, well, absolute value of x minus 1, absolute value of x minus 1 plus absolute value of x minus 3 will be written as 1 minus x, right? And we're adding it up with 3 minus x. And that will be the sketch of the curve, this weird curve, I would say, the weird looking curve. And let me erase this, minus 2 times absolute value of x. We're going to get this expression if x is smaller than 1. What if x is between 1 and 3, but 1 being inclusive? So if 1 being inclusive, so we can actually perform the casework. If such expressions do appear in this following format, I can change this absolute value of x minus 1 into x minus 1, larger minus smaller. And I can also add it up with larger minus smaller, and that becomes 2. Okay, so the value will become 2. And if you try out when x is greater than or equal to 3, well, I can say that x minus 1 plus x minus 3, and this becomes 2x minus 4. And if I sketch this curve accordingly, step number 2, well, I can say, let me move this a little bit forward. Okay, so I can say that if x is in between 1 and 2, my graph will be hitting 2. So there's my 1, and there's my 3, and this horizontal line will be the sketch of the curve. And of course, I gotta have like 4 minus 2x. 4 minus 2x will eventually look something like this. And if I extend this little part out there, ooh, that becomes 4. And also, I get 2x minus 4 like this. So the overall shape kind of looks like the ball, so to speak. I don't know, like it looks like a U shape, but I don't know, someone raising their arms and whatever. But we get these weird looking shaped figures, right? And this will be y equals absolute value of x minus 1 plus absolute value of x minus 3. So when do we get the minimum possible values of these graphs? Well, when x is in between 1 and 3, so the minimum will be 2 when x is in between, for x between 1 and 3 inclusive. So what do I need to get? I think we need to get the a plus b, right? So sum of d, this is a, and this is b, for sure. So a plus b, for our concluding statements, I would say, a plus b will be 1 plus 3, and this will be 4, and that is the answer.